Recorded at Cosmic Comics in Rockingham, Western Australia, you're listening to The Comic Box with your host, Psycho Scott,
Movie Matt,
Professor Ray,
Anna Man,
The Wookie.
How is everyone today?
Medium normal.
Medium normal?
Medium normal.
slightly better than that, yeah.
Sort of penguinish?
Penguinish, yeah. Hedgehog-ish, yeah.
Little shadow.
Yeah.
Little shadow under the eyes.
Yeah, you kind of look like you.
A little sharp around the edges.
Yeah. Look like an anime character, aren't
Live action anime!
Okay, well, we're here to talk you through another week of Geek, so let's get started. Okay, by now, even the Americans have seen it.
Only because it came out in May
What
5th.
does everyone think about the Avengers movie?
I want to watch it again.
Great.
It was good.
Yeah.
I want to buy like 10 tickets and just constantly watch it.
The movie
Yeah.
critic's the only one that hasn't said anything.
Probably because he's the only one who hasn't seen it.
I've seen it
No, he's
twice,
seen it
thank
twice.
you.
You've seen it.
Okay. One more than me then.
Did you see it in 3D?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to calm this psychoness down for a second. All right, so,
Here we go.
okay.
Everybody.
Wait, let me go get a hammer to hit him in the head when he says something. Sorry. Proceed.
I'm waiting for you to get the hammer.
Do we have
leave?
one?
I can say my
I've sold out.
Will
a sword do?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It was. What are you talking about? Of course it was good. Are you stupid? It's fine. Like there's little nitpicks here and there, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
That's
I
what it's
was
supposed to
actually
be.
surprised how well it was done. You don't need to read.
Yeah.
You don't need to see any of the other movies that lead up to it. You don't have to
Yeah.
see
No,
them.
You don't have to see them, but it helps.
Yeah.
It gives you. It's sort of like the comics. It
Like,
gives you a bit more
The,
background.
the little things were like the first 20 minutes were a bit slow. I mean, like, you're just building up
Yeah.
to something happening.
Yep.
You don't actually see the Avengers until the last half an hour.
Yeah,
And,
you're definitely well into the third
and pretty
act.
much like, yeah, just like little things here and there. I mean, like, you still don't know anything about Nick Fury. But who cares?
Who does?
Nick Fury's Samuel Jackson.
People
Have,
made him up.
have they actually done was it sort of a backstory of Nick Fury at all in any of the comics?
Yes.
Yeah, just since like the 60s when they had Nick Fury and Italian Commandos.
Yeah, he was white then.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, is it how many people
Back
these
then he
days
was played
have-
by David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
I'm glad we
think
live
I
in a
saw that
society
once.
where a white man can turn into a black man.
By once, I think I saw one frame and I
Without
killed
paint.
it.
Yeah. They, like, the things you wanted, like, them explain things, they explain how Thor got back in one line. Like, but they didn't really need to do more
back.
than
Need
that.
any more
Deal
than
with it.
that.
No.
I would have liked it, but, you know, whatever. And,
It was Odin, come
and-
on.
And Loki didn't really seem like that much of a threat. He was like a mechanic to get something else to the planet. That's what he
Yeah.
was there. He
Yeah.
wasn't really
Yeah.
like if you've seen it, you've seen it, whatever. But basically, they have to show that each Avenger could pretty much take Loki down by themselves.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. He doesn't really seem that much for threatening of a villain. He just kind of they just needed
never
someone
really
to get.
was.
No.
Yeah, I know, but they go the whole time saying he is the villain, but he wasn't really. He was just
No.
a mechanic to get the
Well,
other
they
guys.
didn't
to the
actually know who was basically behind.
Yeah, I suppose they did have that a few times throughout the movie. He was sort of working for a higher power sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, he isn't the big bad, but it should be interesting to see if they actually apply that in the second Avengers movie.
Which is weird because they have to, in between that, they've got like Iron Man 3, Captain America 2, that, so they all have to kind of tie together. Can you watch Iron Man 2 and then Iron Man 3 and it makes sense?
I don't know. Did you hear about the fact that there's another thing after the credits? There is actually
I heard
another
of
scene.
it, but I didn't think it was going to be anything
Are we
that would be...
talking about a big
They-
purple guy?
They
or
did
something
not
else?
have it.
No, that's halfway through the credits.
They did not have it on any of the releases. It was only done as of last night or whatever it was.
Oh, when the
Friday,
American one
when
came
the
out?
American release
Ah.
happened.
Because they had like an extra 2 weeks to shoot it, so
Because
that's why... yeah.
And it was Iron Man specific.
Huh?
So,
Okay.
it
No,
was
I didn't
actually
see
Robert
it.
Downey Jr. that went back for the
Because
shoot.
I figured if it was going to be, because it's Joss Whedon, he doesn't really do things after the credits.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I won't let them wait around for 7 hours for the credits to end. We'll put it under like a little bit, and then
Well-
have the bit then.
Yeah, the
But still,
cleaners
everyone,
get annoyed.
but still, everyone had left the cinema.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, even though I had left, they still had the door open. You could still see a bit of the screen. It's like, yeah, it was nothing when I saw it, but that was the midnight release. Before
You know what would be
That's-
really, really good? It's a Joss Whedon movie. If he got Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. to go in there and just go, grr, arg.
or dress up as, like, say, a character out of either Buffy or Firefly or something like that.
He walks the screen and goes, "Me have all your money now." It's just him bathing in money.
Here's a
Thanks
question.
for your money.
With
It opened with an $80 million taking in America.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. And
But
that was
they'd
just
already
opening
done
night.
270 million.
Yeah,
worldwide
270
before
million
that,
before it even opened in America.
It's I think it was like the second highest grossing midnight release in Australia.
Yep.
Not midnight, I mean like the first
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
The only thing that's beaten is Harry Potter. That's it. There's any other thing. But
at least it beat Avatar.
well that's just for the one night though. Like
Yeah.
Avatar's still winning overall of revenue. But
Meant to
Oh yeah, but
kill
Avengers
Cameron.
is still going.
Yeah.
yeah, and so is Avatar.
What is it now?
Two movies.
Was it in 3D with 2 hours extra footage?
Oh, and at the end, when the Hulk dies, what the hell?
And that giant makeout scene between the Hulk and Black Widow.
No! Who would have thought that would happen?
I never thought I'd see Iron Patriot in the movie.
Sarcasm duly noted, by the way.
But like, I remember everyone sitting on the edge of their seat during that movie during the last like 5 minutes. I'm like, nothing's going to happen. No one's going to die. Why do you people think something's going to happen? They've already announced Iron Man 3, Captain America 2. No one's going to die. All right,
The
so just
Avengers are going to die.
no. There'll be like a fake out death, but no one's going to die. And I'm like, that's just if someone had died, even if it was someone who wouldn't die, definitely like Thor.
Yeah.
It's still, I reckon that movie would have gotten way better reviews than it did. Like, even though it's gotten really good reviews, it would still gotten way better than that.
Could you
Because-
imagine if they'd actually killed Thor? He just...
He can't die. He'll just come back.
Yes,
You're right,
but
man.
most of the audience
Doesn't
doesn't,
know
know
that.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he killed Thor. That's horrible. I love it.
Like that.
That would have been cool if Loki actually killed Thor, now that I think about it.
Should have killed Nick Fury.
Nah.
That would have been cool.
That'd
Kill
been
Nick
Nah,
Fury.
I can't kill him.
It's like saying Sam Jackson can't die.
They should have lifted up Nick
No.
Fury's eye patch and it should have been a laser beam.
Don't we got to go.
I stole this from a mutant.
What am I using a handgun for?
It's like list of most powerful lasers in the world. It's like Iron Man's laser, Nick Fury's eye.
Don't fool with me.
But it seems like the whole movie. Think about it. The whole thing is just quotes. Like it's like quotable lines. The
Yeah.
whole movie.
Yeah.
Like it's like Joss Whedon running like that'd be funny. That'd be funny. That's funny too.
You can
I did like a lot of the one-liners that Robert Downey Jr. was given,
Yeah.
especially as
You mean every time he opened his mouth?
pretty much. Yeah.
No one can just come up with that crap. Like they have to think about it. Like, hang on, I got a funny line. Wait.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay, now
If
do the
I
scene.
was to... No, wait.
Okay.
If you... No. Huh. Get back to me.
Hang on, I've got to take Hawkeye up there. What can I do to insult him?
Hulk smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Legolas. I was like, about half of them don't even know what that means.
Oh.
Did they have to get the rights to say the word Legolas?
No.
I wonder.
Lord of the Rings was in there. Could have been filmed.
Like, they need the rights to say the word Batman in the Kick-Ass movie.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you
It's,
can't say Batman without
yeah,
getting
it's a
sued.
licensed thing, but
Well, we haven't
could
been sued.
It is like-
Yeah.
you... So, what would you rate Avengers? Let's start
Oh!
here and circle round. What would you give Avengers as a rating? Out of 10.
No, 9.5 because it can't give it a perfect score.
9.5 Tony Stark heads.
I'm going to have to put Tony Stark heads on there now.
Great, you just made his life even more difficult.
What else? Like, Hulk shorts.
Tony's
heads.
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 This is hard to say, Tony heads. Matt, what would you give it?
As I was seeing it in 3D and 2D, there's not really any difference between the two. I mean,
Yeah.
3D, the main thing is, does 3D detract from it? And it doesn't. It's
Yeah.
still as fun in
Okay.
3D as it is in 2D. The flying bits especially, they're really good in 3D. But
Might actually have
I was more impressed with the 3D for the Spider-Man trailer beforehand than for that, because when he was going through the city in that trailer, wow. I got to see that in 3D. But getting back to the point. But
Circle round,
yeah,
circle
it's,
round.
it's a really fun movie. It's really good. If you got to see it, you got to see it in the cinema.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
it on the
Yeah.
cinema, that automatically pushes up there. But yeah, that first 20 minutes took away from it. The villain isn't really that complex.
Yep.
It really isn't something that I could see a few times, but after that, and it's going to detract from the other movies coming out after it. No one's going to care about Iron Man 3 or that. They want to see Avengers 2.
Yeah.
So
It's essentially up the ante for any future singular movies.
yeah, I'm going to be burnt out about all the singular ones
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah.
I just want to see Avengers 2. I don't care what. But yeah, out of, if you're going to get 10, I guess probably an 8.
An 8?
An 8 angry Hulk heads.
Angry hawk heads. Okay.
Just to make
Tony
it harder for you to find
Hawk.
it.
Who are you going to be?
Is it obvious who I'm going to be? Are we really?
Okay.
He gave Thor 11 out of 10. I'm guessing this is better than that.
No,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going to go for 11. I was going to go for 20. Was it Thor hammers out of 10? See,
Thor
But will it win
hammers.
any Academy
Okay.
Awards?
I couldn't be asked trying to pronounce the actual name properly.
So there's,
Someone's bad at maths.
That's how good it is.
so that means that no other movie after this is ever going to be better than it.
Okay, moving on. Professor.
I give it 8.5 out of
8.5?
10. Yeah, 8.5 Nick Fury
I
eyes.
won!
8.5 Fury eyes.
Here we are.
Okay.
So,
Well,
what is...
I reckon it was really, really good. A very good depiction of a comic book movie. Not as good as, something like Scott Pilgrim, which had all of the kapow bam and all that sort of stuff. But it was written by a guy that knows how to write comics. It was directed by a guy that knows how to direct big, major sort of crews. So, it was done really, really well. The story, while very simple, was engaging for 2.5 hours. So, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I'm going to have to go for 8.5 like the Professor. I'll go for 8.5 widow breasts.
Which there was a surprising lack of.
Yeah.
They had to incorporate that little bit at the start with her in the lingerie just so they go, look, yes!
Hey!
Yeah, look at that!
We have a female!
This Russian guy's, ooh, females.
Would that make her a mutant?
I'm surprised that she didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
She's
she did,
one of
but-
only 2 humans in the team.
But she didn't get substantially hurt. She's still fine.
Sort of, ow, ow,
She had
ow,
a
ow,
cut
ow.
on her head that bled.
Oh, the cut
no,
on
it's
her
not.
head. Oh, look, an army. Ow.
To be fair, if I got a cut on my head facing an army, I'd be out there.
Oh my god,
I'd go running.
It's a head injury. She could have been concussed.
Okay, so there we go. That's our review for the Avengers movie.
Yay!
So now I've got to find pictures of each of these things to be able to put up for our scores.
You should
At
just
least
say that.
mine's easy.
Good luck trying to find the Nick Fury eyes.
Just do an eye
The
patch.
good eye or the eye patch?
The eye patch underneath the laser one, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
just be just like
I'll actually show an eye patch lifted with a laser coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck on that one.
8 of them.
Get a Terminator eye.
it'll be for Sarah Connor, who's also known as Black Widow.
No!
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay, so moving on from the Avengers. Yesterday, which won't be yesterday by the time everybody hears this, it will be last Saturday, was great because it was Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
Yay.
We finally had Free Comic Book Day.
Not mention where I was.
A joyous event. You've been lazy.
got up
And we
at
had
12.
all sorts of fun. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was very fun.
Woo!
Awesome. Woo!
Yeah!
Great.
Awesome. Hot as hell, but yeah, awesome. Woo!
It was as hot as hell because you were in a costume. We were all us
costume?
3 were in a costume.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, before we
Ma-
go anywhere, which costumes?
Okay, I actually got asked multiple times which Dragon Ball character I was.
Yum
What?
I'm dressed up in Goku's costume. I just haven't spiked my hair. I'll be Yamcha.
How many people actually said you dressed up as Yamcha?
There was 4 people asked me who I was, which Dragon Ball character I was.
Oh, good.
One of them didn't even know I was a Dragon Ball character. It was like, I know that suit. What's that from?
Did you
Really?
Yeah, but she
Please tell me at what
mine
point
as
you
well,
say,
I
"Get
think
out."
that's what it was, yeah.
It was just, okay. Fine.
It's like a flashback to the old conventions. Who
Yeah.
are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm Gojo, stupid monkey.
She just said Gojo.
Yes. And of course you were.
I was Shizune from Naruto,
Yes.
and everybody who saw me, except for one, actually knew who it was.
I knew it was.
Thank
They
you
knew
very much.
Shizune better than Goku.
Kids these days.
Could anybody tell who you were?
It was Megatron.
A lot of people
Oh, that would have been awkward.
I don't think anybody actually missed you, did they?
Yeah, it was kind of hard to miss me.
Please, someone got photos.
you kind of stood out a little bit.
But no one knew it was me because I had a giant head on.
Photos.
Oh, across
Yes,
the floor.
there is actually a photo of Matt on screen at this very moment.
Yeah.
Is it a video of me
will
walking
be.
in McDonald's?
Yes, I will put the video of you walking into McDonald's. This is Matt standing in our store at the moment. Well, not at the moment, but on Free Comic Book Day, we got him to stand there.
No!
And when we went to
You're a
McDonald's,
fan, that's really-
there was
No,
multiple
no way.
people wanted pictures with him because, well, he's a giant
Hedgehog.
hedgehog.
Hedgehog,
He's a
yeah.
giant rodent.
Yeah.
For some strange reason, rodents are lovable.
Yes, yes.
Except for when they're running around on the floor.
Only to females and kids. No guys. Well, actually, some old guy came
Some
over
old guy
and pulled on your
yanked
tail.
my tail.
Yeah. If you know what I mean.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean my lower tail. If you know what I'm talking about.
That's bad.
You had to watch out for that tail.
I actually
Yeah.
got home and tested it. He actually pulled some of the stitches out of it.
Oh dear
He's like,
God.
I want the tail! I'm going to hang it on the wall.
I want to tell me.
Obviously, he needed that for his collection.
Yeah. I seen in Dragon Ball when he keeps cutting the tail of the dinosaur.
Oh man. Oh yeah, terrible. And there was a whole pile. There was 32 different titles.
Yeah, 32.
32,
Yeah.
including the little Thor hero clicks.
Yes.
Which was cool. So yeah, we had one of those specially released as part of the Avengers pack. Actually looked quite good
It was, yeah.
for what it was.
I take you don't have any left.
No,
No,
the last
they're
one's
all
mine.
gone.
And there was a whole pile of cool comics. Obviously, Avengers went first.
Yep.
Because,
Yeah.
well,
I
it's
was actually
Avengers.
disappointed when you read them and realise most of them are just reprints
Yeah.
of things that
Yep.
people already have or are going to release soon. Like, I was going to go, yep, I'm Shadow, I'll get the Sonic one. You know, and I was like, this is just $2.30. This came out like 8 months ago.
Yeah. I already read. Oh, God, you people suck.
It wasn't even the start of the saga.
Yeah,
it was the end of the saga.
And this
I
is
think
the
with the-
conclusion.
Free Comic Book Day, they'll either rehash ones to get people back into them, or they'll also chuck in a few ones that they're thinking about bringing out.
No, I haven't
I was
started
actually-
yet. There's one actually
Yeah.
starting next week. Well, this week.
Which one was
But,
that?
you had to ask that.
Yeah, I
can't
did.
remember, but it is
The people
actually one
want
of
to
the
know.
ones.
I blame myself for that one.
Hang on a minute, I'll be right back.
Well, I actually thought that the New 52 one was really, really well done.
That was good, yeah.
Not many people took that one.
How many pages of each new one was in there?
There was one page of GI Combat, a splash page.
Yeah.
That was it, no text. There was 2 pages of each of the new 6. But there was like a 10-page drawn by Jim Lee lead up to the new story arc in Justice League and all that sort of stuff, including a big fold-out section in the middle.
Nice.
So it was a really well done for free comic. That one and the little book one, the hardcover book, must have cost so much to produce.
Are you talking about Mouse Guard?
Mouse Guard, that's the one. Yeah.
I'll get to that in a bit. Just carry on.
Yeah, because if you look at Jim Lee's art per page sells for $1,200. And that's a standard page. That's not when you're showing all of the characters. A big fold-out, that book cost them so much money to make for free.
But the amount of business is going to drum up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
they were
think-
brilliant things. They were brilliant stories.
You wonder why Jim Lee just hasn't done that whole thing where he goes, I don't want my heart to suffer, I'll just draw one a month.
Yeah. Damn you!
I
But
like that idea.
sales dropped so much with Justice League when Jim Lee stopped doing the artwork that we went from 30 copies a month down to 10 copies a month. That's how many people dropped off just because he wasn't doing the artwork. So they got him back from issue 10. So everybody wants back on board again.
See what
just
happened is
because
there
of
will
his
be this
artwork.
rarer set of them that Jim Lee didn't draw, are worth more money than the ones
Exactly. Those 4 that nobody bought are worth so much money now. Yeah, and there was a few other ones. Mouse Guard, which I'll jump onto Mouse Guard now, was brilliant. A hardcover book. That was just an amazing idea, and it had 5 stories in it. It had Mouse Guard, short story about Labyrinth, because they're going to start doing Labyrinth comics again, and 3 others. That I didn't care about because Mouse Guard and Labyrinth are cool.
Talking about Mouse Guard, they've actually made a RPG for it. recently. So I'd say that's why there's a hardcover,
That's
and they're
cool.
actually trying to push that out to the D&D community.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I heard that.
That's cool.
Somebody
That's
asked
cool.
me.
And I've heard that it's meant to be a lot better than D&D.
That's cool. I imagine it would. So yeah, we had a whole pile of other stuff happening during the day. We had the costume thing, and we gave away a few of Prince things. Not
Yeah.
the singer guy. Some
We gave
art
away
prints.
things formerly
Yeah.
known as Prince.
Yeah. We had Lucky Dips, and that was cool. There was a whole pile of
It's the
wallets
artist
and stuff.
formerly known as Prince. Sorry, you were talking.
Artist formerly known as Prince. Yes. What else did we have?
competition.
We have the art competition, which we now have hanging on the wall. We have an artist section on the wall now, which is looking pretty neato. We'll be choosing the winners. It's
Yeah.
in 3 age categories.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Under 10, up to 18, and 18 plus?
Yep.
Young, old, and super old.
Yeah. Super old. Which I think we've got some pretty damn clear winners. Pictures will end up on the website and stuff anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah. You'll get a chance to go on there, and if you want to vote for your favourite one or whatever, that's cool. Actually, the thing on the website, the vote thing on the website, I'm actually changing to who's your favourite Avenger, now that everybody around the world's seen Avengers. So go on there and click on your favourite Avenger. Yeah, what else happened?
In the suit.
We had the lady who came in and did the face painting.
Yeah, we had some face painting during the day.
Yeah.
Some guy got, or some woman, I don't know, I didn't see them. Somebody
Yeah.
got painted up as Darth Maul. It actually looked pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It
You
actually
get
looked pretty
photos
good.
of it?
No.
Oh, come on, camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, that's Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you,
a
everybody.
really good day.
Thank you, everybody, for coming along. It was an awesome day. We all had a blast. Even you sold some sticky thingies and badgy
yeah, sure.
thingies.
People told me I should draw Transformers.
Yes, yes.
But anyway,
What?
to talk about
Really?
Avengers and Batman,
Maybe,
we can go into the Joss Whedon.
Yes.
But anyway, Joss Whedon released a part of his Batman script that he had pitched to them,
Yes.
along with Christopher Nolan pitching his, and they decided to go with Christopher Nolan rather than.
It's
Joss
not
Whedon.
fair. It's not fair.
No,
I thought it was actually a really cool idea. I mean,
But-
Nolan did a great job.
but here's the
I'm
thing,
gonna
right?
complain about
You seeing Avengers and seeing how that's made, could you apply that to Batman?
Yes. I directed Avengers and Justice League.
Look at my witty dialogue I gave to Batman.
God.
If there was a Justice League movie, who do you think the villain would be?
Batman.
Oh, what was the first film that Justice League ever went up against?
Basically, instead of it being Bruce Wayne, his parents dying, and therefore him going off and training and becoming Batman
Yeah,
that way, he basically just runs into these bullies or something, and they go and he fights off the bullies
I think
and
it's-
decides and figures out that way that he can
He's
fight back.
capable of
Yeah.
doing it. And, yeah. I think it more modernizes the idea of what Batman would be. You know, if they were to rewrite the origins of Batman, like in Batman Earth 1, you know, they could do something like that, because that modernizes the idea behind it. Back in, like, the 20s, you know, if your parents died, you'd go out there and kill the bastard that killed them. Nowadays, most people are like, "Whoa, my parents died!" You know, it's
No,
a
you
different...
can divorce yourself from your parents these days.
It's a different era now, so to add that sort of, you know, you could imagine him being really sullen and emo and all that sort of stuff, and sort of, my parents.
Isn't that
died,
basically-
saving the world?
So what you're saying is it end up being a Teen Titans movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Robin.
Runaways.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah,
one
Runaways,
one
yeah.
thing someone said, that if it was more like that, he was 12 years old and he started fighting, it would be Robin the movie,
Yes.
not Batman the movie. And, like, it seems
Bad
like
boy.
that thing you're talking about, people not dealing with it, that is Batman Begins.
Yeah.
He starts off trying to kill the guy who killed his parents,
Yeah.
and then he realizes that's not the right way for him to do it, so he goes off and trains.
Yeah. And that's cool. That
Yeah.
is an excellent movie. I reckon that Nolan was great for the part. I do not think that Joss Whedon could have portrayed Batman anywhere near as kick-ass as Nolan has.
That was the one thing that Whedon was worried about. He said, don't get me wrong, I love Batman Begins.
Yeah.
I love those movies. They're really well made, and I
Yeah.
love them. But like, this is how I would have done it if I did it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's a cool story, and if he was to write it in a comic form, that would be cool. But I couldn't see it in actual video.
And if he had done Batman, we wouldn't have The Dark Knight or Avengers.
Yes. Good job.
Yes, good
Stick with
job.
Nolan. Stick with Nolan.
Make one more and then go away.
Is there any other topics anybody wants to raise that I've not thought of? No? No?
No?
No? No?
Who's going to be a supernova this year?
Who's going to be a supernova this year? They haven't actually announced who's going to be a supernova this year.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd is the major one. They've got Michael Rosenbaum,
Yep.
who played Lex on Smallville.
Yeah.
They've got a few
Looks
other
weird,
sort
yeah.
of nobody kind of characters. There's
Define
who was it? It was Batgirl from the original.
The original
Batman.
Batman.
yeah.
I remember
that
her for like 2
reruns.
minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it
I
awesome?
remember her from the old 60s Batman from reruns they did.
I've got a question.
She's covered.
Why?
Not as bad as having.
Yeah, it was Batgirl.
I don't
Yvonne
do-
Craig.
They did last year, if I recall.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Mercedes McNabb. I mean, out of all of the people that they could have chosen from the Buffy universe, they chose what was her name? Harmony.
Oh god, not her.
Out of all of the characters they could have gotten,
She's one of the most
Harmony.
annoying.
Yeah. The guy that played... Actually, they've got more people from Smallville coming over than anything else. The guy that played Zod in Smallville is coming over.
Oh, hang on.
Callum Blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else was he on? Cause
He was in
worked
Dead
for
Like
him.
Me.
yeah, I remember.
The cheerleader from Heroes.
Yeah.
Wasn't she here last year?
Supposedly she's supposed to actually make it this year. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's 3 years in a row. The woman that played Tonks in Harry Potter, apparently
cool.
she's coming over. Couple of other nobody sort of people. There's Bob Wall used to do a few Bruce Lee movies and stuff like that. He was good at martial arts. The woman that did the voice of the female shepherd in the Mass Effect games.
I haven't played any of them.
Kirby Crackle's coming over, and I actually had to look up who Kirby Crackle was. They're actually pretty cool.
Where's Kirby Crackle?
They're a band. They're a
okay.
geek band. And they just sing about superheroes and all that sort of stuff. It's basically Lemon Demon if they had more backing.
Right.
So, yeah, it's sort of a goofy sort of thing that you can listen to and think, God, I hate this, but that is cool.
So they'd probably get lynched.
And the main artists that they've got booked at the moment is David Mack and Jim Chung. They're basically the only two that are coming in at the moment.
Good though.
Chung is the cover artist for Avengers vs. X-Men. And he did the Avengers Children's Crusade and all that sort of stuff. So he's a pretty good artist. He uses a lot of lines in his artwork, which is strange. I'm not a big David Mack fan, so, with that. I spoke to Royd, who's the guy that brings the original artwork pages in here, and he said he was going to try and get Nicola Scott over again this year. So she might be coming over.
Good.
But from what I heard, they've got another 20 people that they're trying to line up, and they just haven't got them sort of set yet.
They've only got a month and a half.
I
Come
know.
on, people.
But you've got to work in everybody's schedules and all that
I
sort of
suppose
stuff.
there'd be mostly people who are at the Sydney one.
It's very hard to get
Yeah.
Americans
Yeah.
over west though, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's an extra 3 hours flight
Yep.
Yep.
on top of it.
Oh, 3
Shut
hours.
up
Yeah.
and then
Americans
teleporters.
hate driving 10 minutes.
Of course, who cares who's going to be there? Because we're going to be there.
We're going to be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and that's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
Really. If you want any geek merchandise to get signed, just come to us. We'll set you up.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll take a ton of it there.
I'm
Yeah.
not standing in line for anybody.
So
We
is that
have
last
our
time?
official line stander.
Yeah, probably. The problem is my pay rate's really high, so you can't afford me.
He turned down 17 cents a second. That's like $614 an hour.
Mine's actually 100 a second, so
He's more
Makes
expensive
sense.
than Christopher Lloyd.
yeah.
I'll just hire Christopher Lloyd to stand in his own line.
There you go.
Let's go over to the challenges.
Challenge! With an extra week of planning, because
Yes.
apparently we didn't do it last
Yeah, I know. I was
Whoops.
slack last week. I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
Avengers.
Yeah.
Come on. I was sort of,
was
whoa!
Avengers, who cares about the show?
So yeah, no. Sorry, that was my fault. So
I know it
got
says
an
that Ray
extra
should
week.
go first, but I think I should go first.
I
and
wasn't
then
Really?
round
I-
two
I-
after.
I wanted Ray to go first so he couldn't copy any of our answers.
It's right here with shows
Okay.
that you guys probably haven't
Got it
seen.
written down.
Okay, let's start.
These shows you've never heard of, never seen, and couldn't give a stuff about.
Here they are.
Let Ray go first.
Let's start
let me
with
go
Matt
first.
and work round in the circle here, and we'll end with the Wookiee.
Who
Doesn't know the challenge.
Exactly. So it should be interesting to see what he
I
says.
hasn't seen any of them.
Should be interesting. Okay, fair enough. Let's start with Matt. What was the question, Matt? Do you remember what the question
You
was?
didn't write it down.
I didn't write down your question. The question was the challenge was name 5 manga/anime series that are not popular but you enjoy.
Right, good. Okay, I have a list, and I have it from 5 to 1.
5 to
Yes,
You actually numbered your
numbered
list.
them
He numbered his list.
in order of epic suckage. I have them in
Wait.
Yeah.
What do you gauge these by?
There's a number of things. There's the fact that no one else likes them, and there's also I use them on that list online, myanimelist.com,
Yes.
because that's like the easiest way to find a basic idea of what people think about it. There's like 8,000 titles on that site,
Yes.
so if what you pick is within the top 200, probably they're not a good pick.
Yeah, fair enough. So do you go by rank? Because there's actually 2 charts on there. There's rank,
It's a rank
and
and popularity. Yeah,
Which do you go by?
They were bad in both ranks.
Okay, so were mine. Okay,
the amount
good.
of skew buckets used.
Okay, I'm getting ready to face
And
palm.
you have to say whether it's anime or manga. So
They're
so
all-
I know
they're all anime.
They're all anime. Okay.
Mangas
Take it
tend to
away.
be better than anime.
Take it away, moving back.
Okay, now let's start off with an honourable mention, which doesn't really count because I've actually looked this one up and it is actually really popular. I just put it on here because you hate it. B Gutter HK.
Oh, you were using the English name all last week.
Yes, I'll say the English name too because that's the only way people listening to this are going to find
Yes,
it.
yes.
It's called Yamada's First Time.
Oh,
Have you noticed how popular that name is?
Yeah.
No.
Japanese must be like John Yamada, instead of Smith.
Yamada.
It's
It's
that
like,
version
what?
of Smith.
But at first I wasn't
Brown.
going to put it on there, but then Australian PlayStation Magazine came out with their reviews. You got 8 out of 10.
Wow!
I was like, what?
Wow!
What? Okay, fine. Of course,
Bad.
they gave was it Magica, that really, really popular
Yeah.
one? They gave that 8 as well.
That doesn't surprise
Wait,
me.
was Tears to Tiara on there?
No, it wasn't. That came out ages ago, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, but I've seen the whole series. If you only watch the first 2 episodes, you'll hate it.
Yeah.
I watched 5 episodes of that series, and it didn't get any better.
5.
I read the first 5 chapters of a book that had 13 chapters, and I hated it.
Yeah. It's terrible all the way
But
through.
whatever. I mean, if you only watch the first 5, I can see why you would hate it.
Yeah.
But then if you watch the rest of it,
Come on,
I
what
can
was
see
the
why you would.
highlight of that series for you?
That she grows as a person.
You were telling me it was the talking penis.
That's also good.
That's also very good.
That's also very good, but that's not the highlight of it. Yeah, that's the honourable mention though. It isn't technically on the list because it's actually popular, but yeah, I put it on there anyway.
Okay, should I count you down from number 5?
No,
You
that's
don't
not
have
number
five.
1.
Match me up with that game trailer, Screw Attack 5451 thing. Yeah, but number 5 is.
Number 5.
I was going to say it, I'm not going to. Number 5 is Please Twins.
Please, twins? I can see that.
Yeah, the first series was accepted. The Please Teacher, Onaga Teacher, whatever. But the second one, not so much.
Would you like to explain, elaborate
Yes.
on exactly what this is?
It still has the same characters though as Please Teacher, and I always like those characters. Those characters are always really fun for me. They're not in a huge deal, but when they are, they're really funny and they really why you're there. The story, like I admit, the thing at the end makes no sense whatsoever. Like the whole plot thing, trying to explain how they figure out who's his sister when they're trying to both make out with the guy. It's bad, but like they basically explain it by saying, "Oh, we found a book that tells us." But you guys were adopted, and you had your names changed. How did the book have the same names?
Yeah, it's
So,
okay.
yeah, but I just like the characters in that. I like how it kind of finishes up. It just kind of sums up, and it has that whole last episode where they just go nuts.
I like them. I like them.
Like Exo Saga and all. Just like there's always the one episode that just goes nuts for no reason. Just like, yeah, awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4.
Yes. Number 4 is one that I was looking through all my old stuff, but I bought it, so obviously I liked it back then. Maybe not so much now, and I like it because you said it's a chick anime, and I agree with you now.
Yeah.
But this is like back when we were in year 7.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Long time
it's
ago.
Steel Angel Kurumi.
Yes, very much a chick anime.
Yeah, I never watched that. I saw
It's
it.
a chick
and I went,
anime with a surprising amount of boob.
It was. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yes, we found one!
I enjoyed that. Not on my list, by the way.
You like crap, huh?
Yes, but okay.
Number 3.
Number 2 and number 3 are pretty much the same anime. Pretty much.
Okay.
That's cheating.
Well, it's not because they are different names.
Go on.
But they're basically the same idea. They're about giant robots.
Giant robots
Who
from
look like-
Japan.
Who look
Okay.
like females.
Giant female robots.
And they're very
Well
like
endowed.
ambitious and very spectacle based and all that stuff.
Rambunctious.
Yeah, rambunctious. And if you like things like that, then go for it. Number 3 is Godana.
Yep.
Yeah. And number 2 is Gravion. I'm talking about the second series of Gravion.
Okay. So you're
One-
talking about Gravy and Zui.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is German for 2.
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
He knows German.
That's German.
If you want to say Zui, go ahead.
I will say
Yes,
Zui.
Yes. I actually wrote a review for Gravion a long time ago.
Yes,
That's
we
it,
had
yeah.
it on the site for a while. I actually still have it.
Yeah, awesome. Because the 2 things I said, the main reason why you should watch the first season is so you can watch the second one. It's the only reason you should watch that
Yep.
first series. But I also like the music in it. Music was absolutely kick-ass in those series. It was so
Awesome.
cool. Those ones, and also because it was done by was it Gonzo?
Yeah, Gonzo.
Yeah, Gonzo did that, and that was really good for animation. Every second episode, it kind of looks like the characters are a bit anemic, but yeah. But generally, it's really well animated and it's good fun if you like giant robot fights.
Yeah.
That's it. Godan is the same thing, but it's more robots with boobs. Then
That seems so wrong.
just watch my review for the game. That's pretty much what happens in that series. And also because there's that one guy who's piloting it, who's like psycho about everything. It's like you have to take that down. Okay. Woo! Yeah.
Okay, so are we up to number 1?
Number 1, yes. This is actually behind the pinnacle because only you found one that's worse than this on that list.
Yeah, okay.
Only you did. All right. My number one is Final Fantasy Unlimited.
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen that.
I really like the ending theme to it. I really like the ending theme to that series.
I like when it was over. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's like it's got that thing of Final Fantasy. It's like it can't be connected to any of the games. It's just its own standalone story. The world, how they go through all these like puzzles and things like that. Also, they didn't spend any of the money on the shadings. They spent it all on the animation.
Yep.
So
There was no shading.
exactly. So there was animation.
To be honest, that is actually one of my 8 on my list. Yeah, I've got a list of 8.
I have seen it. I just been a while, so I can't really
Yeah.
sort of elaborate.
I like how it goes in the end, like the final episode I thought was awesome. But generally, yeah, I really enjoy that series.
Yeah.
But now that you think about it, you realise how much of that was padded out.
It
with
was.
with the reuse of all the scenes.
Yeah.
Dirt grey, the earth of the salts.
Power
I
Rangers
love
would have been
that,
so much better if they didn't transform every day.
Yeah, no, honestly. And
pretty
then they've
much
got to
what
do
it
the
is,
second
yeah.
transformation.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, oh, it's not this again.
damn you, America! Okay, so that's your list.
Yes, awesome
You-
list. Woo! Woo, yeah.
Okay,
Do
so
I have to go backwards, or can I go forwards, or can I just do
you
them
can just
any-
say
Any order
whichever
you
one you
want.
want.
Actually, one more thing before we finish. I have to point out that you can actually buy all of mine.
Yes.
So, there
They
you
are
go.
Well,
purchasable.
you
Yes.
can actually buy all of mine too.
Yeah. Are yours manga, anime,
I've
combined?
got 4 manga and 1 anime, which
Okay.
is actually a manga as well, but people hate the anime.
More than the manga.
More
Okay.
than the manga.
So,
They
should we
actually
start with that
enjoy
one?
the manga. Yeah.
Should we start with the one that wins the competition?
Yes.
Yeah, why
Epic.
not?
Okay.
The one that wins is Until Full Moon.
Until full moon. I just threw up in my mouth.
What's it about?
I don't even. I haven't
What's
heard
it
it.
about?
Yes.
Okay, there's a
I'm
werewolf
generally
family.
interested because I haven't heard this.
Neither have I.
I've never heard of this one.
There's a werewolf family and there's a vampire family, right?
Okay, I lost interest.
Okay, yeah.
Right, now...
It's
they've
Twilight.
both got sons.
Okay, yep.
Right, but the werewolf family is sort of a throwback. Their son at the full moon turns into a girl instead of a werewolf.
Okay, yeah.
So in order
Still
for
lost
them
interest.
to have a family, they actually marry the two boys off so that they can have grandkids.
I've read
At the
enough
full
manga
moon.
to know where this is
And-
going.
and the full moon, he
Why is
turns
it so
into a girl.
unpopular?
Imagine when they have kids. I'm pregnant. No, I'm a guy. No, I'm not. No, I'm pregnant again. No, I'm not.
It's
You realise how long the pregnancy will last?
hilarious.
9 months, 1 night.
Yep. And that is ranked at 7,653. And that's how I rank.
I
That is-
really don't want to know
Actually,
what
I've
8,000 is.
found one that is worse than that. That I think I would have liked, but I haven't read it, so I didn't put it on there. The manga for DNA Squared. That's ranked less than that. And I was like, but that's serious. I know, it makes no sense, but whatever.
Okay, what else have you got on
Do we
there?
really
I've
want to know
got
the
Blue
rest
Sheep
now?
Reverie,
Blue Sheep Reverie. What's that?
which is, it's yaoi.
Yowie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Okay,
has,
we
it has,
can-
it has,
so we'll
it
skip
has-
it.
Eat it.
Yeah, they blew it out.
I like it.
Kurizakuro. It's
Kurizakuro.
about a guy who swallows a demon seed and he has to go out and kill people, but he doesn't want to, so he's fighting against the demon.
I thought something completely different when you said he swallowed the demon seed.
After the last two, yeah.
The same lines as that.
He actually swallowed a demon seed while he was asleep.
What more?
What is this?
I will take you no matter what.
Something feels wrong here. Something feels really wrong.
This guy.
And she's lost it! Yeah.
This is anime and people.
Why she doesn't talk about manga?
Next
When she can speak.
It gets worse by the looks of it.
is
It's a Warabito.
it's
Say
a
that again
Warabito,
for me?
It's a Warabito.
which I actually half read one of the volumes and thought, yeah, that could be cool.
It's actually not bad.
For some of those who haven't read or heard, brief
What is it?
description.
No, it's really good. This guy, he grows up in an orphanage. He's raised by monks, and he always tells the truth and everything.
Yeah.
And then somebody kills the monks, so he decides that he's going to tell lies. He's going to do good things throughout his life by telling lies.
I remember it now. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
it's really good.
So
It's
telling
a good
lies
read.
can save people.
I have volumes
It's
1, 2, and
strangely
4.
enough, it works.
1, 2, and 4.
What happened to 3?
It actually
Don't
works.
know.
Okay, so what else you got on your list?
The next one, it's a really good manga and it is kind of popular.
Yeah, but it's another almost yaoi.
Well, it's not really. I mean,
Vampire Night?
Almost.
The Betrayal Knows My Name. And it's really popular with the girls.
Yeah.
It's a female that's reborn as
Yeah,
a male.
As a male.
But
Yeah.
the
Some
other guy
movie like
is
that.
immortal,
The guy
so he
is her
still
protector.
fancies who he used to be.
Yeah, yeah. But he's a demon.
Yeah.
And these people
Oh,
just
yeah.
get
I
reincarnated.
suppose-
Every time they die, they get reincarnated and they come back. But it's really popular as a manga, but as an anime, nobody likes it because they don't like the main character, Yuki.
Yep.
Because
Don't
they
like his
reckon he's
voice.
too whiny.
They think, well, most main
Yeah.
characters
How
are
many
too
anime
whiny.
Yeah, usually.
don't
Yeah.
have a whiny
Welcome to
character?
anime.
I can just say now, they complain that he's too whiny, then they dub it.
Yep. Okay.
No, he's whiny in English
The
as well.
So that's your
Okay,
list.
so
That's
that's
five.
pretty much my list.
Yay.
Can I have an extended list?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead. This has been really interesting so far.
Okay, I was actually surprised because I went into the rankings and started going through them on that site that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball movie, Curse of the Blood Rubies, these will be my shout-outs. Curse of the Blood Rubies was actually really poorly received. it had a ranking of 2,706.
Ouch.
But popularity-wise, it was 10,060. Oh, 1,060, sorry.
Yeah.
So, you know, it wasn't really well received. And same with Dragon Ball Yo Son Goku and His Friends Return. That was the new one that Akira Toriyama did. Where they go to Mr. Satan's place and have a party and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently that was really badly received. I'm assuming it's because all of a sudden Vegeta has a brother, but, you know, I thought it was actually pretty
Did
good.
you see his brother's wife?
The Stay Puft Marshmallow.
I thought it was pretty good. I'm actually surprised. I thought it was pretty good. But
It's like, you see, you people want more Dragon Ball Z, and when we make it, you complain.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. What is wrong with you people? This was awesome.
You know,
And it was in
Tim.
HD.
Is
Okay,
it only me that thinks that the new HD Dragon Ball Z looks odd?
Well, it's
It
just
looks
upscaled,
too clean.
so it's
Because
strange.
it's
They've
in HD.
reanimated specific scenes.
Are you
but
talking
not
about
others.
Kai or the new one? The one that they
The-
actually re-released Dragon Ball like it originally was, but they made it HD.
The movie that you were just talking about was really clean and
It
I don't
was,
know,
because
very
it's all,
bright.
It's all computer done now
Yeah.
to do it in HD
Computer
instead
colour
of
and all that,
instead of his original page drawings and stuff like
You
that.
notice that in Kai, when there's certain scenes they didn't have the original cells
Yeah.
for,
Yep.
they had to redraw them,
Yep.
and you can tell because they look way cleaner than
Oh,
the rest
hell
of the
yeah.
footage does,
Yeah.
and like,
Yep.
it sort of doesn't fit in.
Yep.
And
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but I actually kind of like it. It looks like an opening to like one of the games or something. It's kind of strange, but it worked. It was the characters. It had all of the character representations and everything. I thought it was a really good show. Although, yeah, it sort of screws up the continuity that he created previously. It was good. I enjoyed it. So getting into my list, my actual list, I'm going to go by the ranking rather than the popularity. So let's have a quick look here. Number 5 on my list would be Iron Fist Chinmi. It's a manga. They only translated the first 11 books into English. 11? I'm pretty sure it was 11.
I think it was
And the 12th one never came out, which was The Crooked Cross. And it's basically about this little kid that gets taken in by the monks, and he's this supposed saviour and all that sort of stuff. He learns martial arts really, really easily. He has a little monkey that he plays with and all that sort of stuff. It's basically the trials of becoming a martial artist. And I thought it was really, really good. But, yeah, apparently heaps of people hated it, to the point where the popularity is 5,464.
would that be
So,
because they never released the last one?
Well, no, there was actually 20-odd volumes. It is actually one of the highest watched shows in India. It is the highest ranked anime in India. It is
Why
that good.
does that
But
not
I
surprise
can only
you?
find it in Indian. Even the Japanese don't care about it anymore. But I thought it was brilliant. Really, 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 really good series. And it sucks that they never continued it. What's next on my list? Next on my list would be Biohazard, or in our case, Resident Evil, Degeneration. That CG movie that they did with Claire and Leon.
Did not see that.
It was really badly received. I thought it was really good. It continued the story. But because that's sort of anime, sort of game related, I wasn't sure whether that should go on the list. So to join my 4th place will actually be, and let's just have a quick note, okay. My next one that along from that, to join that would be Tactics, which was a manga. I really enjoyed
And
it.
they did do an anime on that.
They did do an anime for Tactics. It's ranked 3,291. That's how bad it is. I really enjoyed it.
What's it about?
It's about this boy/man. They never really divulge his age. But he goes around and he gets rid of spirits. And so many people don't believe in spirits, and he goes to find this demon that can destroy all other demons and all that sort of stuff, and befriends him. And because he's named it, it's then bound to him and has to do his whims. And it has all of this typical goofy crap throughout it, and, you know, they go into a bar and he makes him dress up as a woman because he can, and stupid things like that. It's got all of the really campy, silly things, but I thought it was really, really good. And, yeah, no, most people look at me as sort of like, really? Isn't that like for women or something?
Spirits. Yeah, it's so girly.
It's 2 guys in the same room. What are you with a fox spirit girl. Nah. Anyway, next on my list, I actually had Final Fantasy Unlimited on my list, but I'm not going to do that anymore. Next on my list was Comic Party.
Comic Party.
I actually really enjoyed Comic Party.
Comic Party was good, yeah.
It's about these people that want to make a fan manga and all that sort of stuff. It's sort of like a really crappy version of Bakuman. And
Yes, you kidding.
It
it's
was
just
funny.
yeah, it was goofy. It was about these guys trying to make this just fan manga and sell it at the conventions and all that sort of stuff. I love that guy with the green hair.
Yeah.
My brother and,
And
my
my
sister.
I think I've actually seen that
It
one.
was
The
a
point of
thing.
time and place is here and now.
It was a thing.
It was just really, really goofy, and I loved it. And I used to watch that while I was drawing because it made me draw better. It was just horrible,
In the first
but I loved it.
episode, there was one guy who didn't really want to do anything, and he got pestered by that other guy to do it.
That sounds more like Bakuman.
Okay. Obviously,
But
he's
yeah,
in the
pretty
truth.
much.
That sounds like
The set story. Yeah. And the last one, and the highest, other than Final Fantasy Unlimited, on my list is Ultimate Muscle.
Yeah,
Ultimate Muscle.
Ultimate Muscle.
even a manga.
Yes, it
No,
is.
no, it was
Manga,
well, I don't know. I didn't read any manga, but yes, we do actually have the manga.
Yeah, Ultimate
Volume
Muscle
22,
was the
yes,
manga
yes,
originally, yeah.
Yes, but I'm talking about the anime. I'm talking about the crappy English dub. It's on my list, people. Start ridiculing me. So,
we
yeah.
were fine when Anne said all that stuff about those things.
There's
That's fine.
Things.
Those things. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be my list. So there you go. Ultimate Muscle is my biggest pile of steaming dog doo doo.
Watch it now.
Watch it now. It's awesome. If you go onto YouTube, look up Ultimate Muscle. There'll be a CG thing which has absolutely nothing to do with Ultimate Muscle, but it's one guy riding another guy.
Right.
Yes.
No.
And he pulls his underwear down, and a face is there that shoots a beam of sunlight at the other contestant.
Okay.
This is a game show.
Check it out.
What?
Go to YouTube, go to YouTube, type in Ultimate Muscle, and actually it's
Easy
playing
judge.
right now on this video as we speak.
Yay.
Look at that, isn't that weird?
No.
So yeah, there you go. Sorry for torturing everybody. Okay, let's move on to Ray.
Okay.
Let's have him, Ray.
Now, the problem with this list is,
Not
on
this
the online community, everyone likes it and everyone hates it.
It's a like hate.
And I didn't know about this site, so I did it
Which
before I knew
video
about
are we
this
talking
site.
about here?
I am going to
Hey.
research this as you say the names
Right.
of them. I am
So,
going to look
right,
them up.
let's-
Are they-
do the same
I'm going to make
for
this
me.
easy though, okay? 'Cause I'm going to say this thing, right? There's obviously a reason why you chose these ones, because
Yeah.
you think that most people don't like it.
I'm going by kinda why people wouldn't like it. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
I know people will like it. It's kinda hard.
Okay, so are all of these manga or anime?
A bit of both.
Bit of both? Okay, so tell me what they are, manga or anime, and then give me the name.
We'll start with, say, Ori no Imoto.
The one about My Sister Is Too Cute.
Yeah, that one. Which
My Sister
isn't
Is Too
nearly
Cute.
as incestuous as you
Yeah.
think it is.
Which just got announced for having a second season, so I'm thinking it's probably pretty popular.
It's pretty popular in Japan, sadly. A lot of people didn't like
it.
it.
Must be.
That's
There's a lot
Japanese
of stuff
for him.
coming
There's a
out
lot of
for
stuff for it, but
Yeah.
I can understand why people don't like it. Pretty much, you've got this average guy.
Yes, but
will it rank
below 7,000?
Kyosuke,
7,000?
who pretty much doesn't get along with his
So
sister.
you prefer the anime to the manga?
I
Are we
haven't
going
read the
with-
manga, so I'm going with the anime.
You're going with the anime, is ranked 649
Ooh.
and a popularity of 105.
Wow.
Very popular.
So, pretty popular.
So I
Pretty
think you just
damn
lost.
As I said though, this is what Ray thinks.
This is
Yeah,
what
it's
I've
like-
seen.
so-
This is very
How
hard.
you
fine.
feel about it? Okay, okay.
fine.
And
whatever.
it had some really good moments in it. It was creative in its own way. It didn't rely on generic episodes and backstory. So
Okay.
I reckon it's fairly decent.
It's a strange story, but yeah, okay. I can. Fair enough. Yeah, okay.
We'll go with the next one, Bakemonogatari.
The one that's ranked 34th.
Or, as it's actually
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to
Checked.
looking that up.
it's translated to being Ghost Story. Literally, Ghost Story is one word.
Right. Okay. I think I
And
know
it-
that one.
You probably have very still frames.
Yeah.
It went for 11 episodes, if I remember correctly.
It did, and then it had like 2 extra ones.
Okay, and it basically is this guy who was a vampire, just became human again. And sees apparitions and ends up helping each one.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
How do you do what?
Go back from being
Become human from being a vampire.
How does one
It
become
doesn't
vampire?
explain it in the series. It's,
I'm just
that
getting the
actually,
blood back out.
apparently a priest guy or someone actually cured it of it, but it doesn't say it in the series. There's a prequel which I hope will explain it.
I told you, it's a disease, it's not a lifestyle choice.
But yeah, it gets
I'm cured.
It gets
Yay.
cured of it, but he still
Oh,
has
yeah,
like
like
the
in
suit
Blade
for strength
One.
and everything.
Or first
It's
Blade.
really weird, but it's very talkative. Lots of conversations that relies on meta humor and wordplay, pretty much.
Yep. Okay. So you
Good.
fail on that one as well.
Yeah.
We're aiming
okay.
for something that goes below 105.
Yeah.
You want something below that? Ladies versus butlers.
Ladies versus butlers.
Yeah.
Bet you it's 50.
What's a drill hair?
Ladies versus butlers. We're talking anime?
Yep.
We're talking anime.
And
Come on, that must be like
Okay.
700 or something.
It is 2,356
What's
found
popularity?
with a popularity of 382.
I see!
Yeah, but these are very recent, mind you.
Yes.
Um,
And okay, let me say the synopsis.
Yep.
$10.
Huno Akaharu, yes, okay, I'll go with that, lost his parents when he was small and was adopted into his uncle's family. But he noticed his uncle is after the inheritance of his parents, so he decides to enter a boarding school, Hikurayu High School. However, his delinquent boy-like appearance frightens the girls, who make up the majority of the students.
Oh, that's
Being
why girls
unable
don't
to-
like me. They're frightened by my boy-like appearance. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Being unable to get along with the classmates, Akaharu meets his childhood girlfriend, Saikyu Tomomomi. Tomomi.
Tomomomi?
Tomomomi? Tomomomi.
That's why I only
Tom
like
Omi.
speaking
So she turns him into a girl.
no,
It doesn't say anything else.
no,
That is
pretty
the
much.
synopsis.
It's a school of like high class women, pretty much, and men can lower class men can enter to be butlers.
Oh, okay.
And it ends up the first episode is literally him accidentally like de-topping all the girls in the school.
Like Nagima.
Oddly enough. So he's got to work with everyone hating him, trying not to be hated through the school, so he doesn't get kicked out. It's
Okay.
can be pretty funny at
That's a
times.
perfect example of just because it's rated low doesn't mean it's not popular.
Wait, I'm just looking at a quick look of the reviews. Overall rating 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 8, 4. 7,
Oh, like
5, 4. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's
So it's
very
reasonable.
So the
insightful.
lowest it goes is 4, the highest it goes is 8.
Most of them are 8. Yeah.
So it's pretty
7s and
mediocre
8s.
then.
You think 8 out of 10 is mediocre?
I don't know. I think it sounds
Mid-level.
Most people rated Avengers 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
No, 8.5.
No, 8.1
Okay,
actually,
so,
I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes.
God, I know this one's probably going to be popular then. Skip Beat the manga.
Skip beat.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We have
That's
so
so
many people
popular.
asking for that.
Ranked
It's
2.
ridiculous.
No, probably 50.
Skip beat. Manga. Come on. Why is this thing not loading? Load. My computer is malfunctioning. While we wait and find out that it's ranked number 20.
Yes.
Ranked 20, popularity 25.
That was only off by 30.
Kyoko Mogami? Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Followed her true love, Shoto
Wow, you weren't
Tokyo.
joking.
No, I was not. I was not.
Wow. Okay.
Follows her true love to support him while he made it big as an idol. But he's casting her out now. Yeah, because he's a douche. Kyoko won't suffer in silence. She's going to get her sweet revenge by beating Sho in the showbiz. Sho in the show?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so...
So you just
Why?
picked the most popular one.
No,
Yeah.
I honestly enjoyed this because I went with something that I thought I would normally hate because whatever I pick would be popular from my point of view. You got to look at the online community is very outspoken on what they hate.
So your list of stuff that isn't popular is popular.
Oddly enough, yeah, yeah, it's very hard.
Ray failed on this one.
I think
Yeah,
you failed
yeah,
on
I think you did.
Oh, wait, you still got one more, don't you?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
do.
There is
probably
hope.
going to be number 1.
If it's ranked 11,000, it
yeah,
redeems
right.
It's too bad. Mawaru Penguin Drum.
That's the anime. I remember
Yeah.
you
in
giving
the
me
top
that.
10.
What's the Japanese for penguin?
Ping.
It's literally that's the
So the Japanese for penguin is penguin.
that's what they call it.
Okay,
The English translation is spinning penguin drum.
Okay.
I can speak Japanese.
Sweet.
Penguin, drum, penguin, drum. My Pokemon.
I'm looking. Give us a rundown of what it's about.
Oh, pretty much. There's 3 siblings living together, 2 elder males and 1 younger sister. And the younger sister has an illness. And pretty much she dies one day and is resurrected by a spirit that lives in a penguin hat. And so the spirit commands the 2 older brothers to hunt down the penguin drum.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It's really good.
It has a popularity of 299
Yeah.
and an overall ranking of 164.
Wow.
Oh.
That's very
Spirits and penguin hats are pretty popular.
I do believe we can class this as an epic
So
fail.
Try Sam. Just one more.
So that was the worst
XAMD.
XAMD.
Yes.
So the worst one so far is about drill hair.
Ladies versus butlers.
Yeah, yes, that's the worst one so far.
The worst one so far. Manga or anime?
Unless you do the ranking, then it's
Yes,
already
but you
known.
also asked what I like.
Yeah.
That's where you fell down. Ranked 398 with a popularity of 319.
So what you're saying is I have really good taste in anime.
You're-
Really crap.
Still debatable.
Would you like to know what the top anime is?
Gintama.
Absolute top anime.
Gintama.
it One Piece?
That's Gintama.
Yes! Epic wins!
Second place is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Third is Steins
But
Gate.
here's the thing, right? This is like would be a good idea. So you guys can go out now and see any of this stuff except yours.
Yeah. Good. Anyway, now I'm just looking things up. So I suppose we should probably end the show. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah?
Cool.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
I
else
think
anybody
so.
wants to
I
raise?
still won.
You still won.
Yeah.
You win.
And
You win the challenge. Has anybody got another challenge? We need another challenge for this week. Let's have a quick jump over to the forums just to see if anybody's put anything on there. Somebody come up with a challenge just in case I don't find it.
I have one.
You have one?
I
Yes,
have
what
one.
is your 6.5 hour challenge?
Well, I'll get to you after
Who's got
this.
6.5 hours free?
No,
I do.
I want to know.
Yeah, you.
You do.
I want to know on the show.
I was going to get you guys to watch an anime series and try and point out what you like about it without mentioning the words machine gun, Segway, or sports car.
I know exactly which one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I like the animation.
I like the colour blue.
Yeah, you get it? Yeah.
Storyline was good.
Okay. What is it?
What is the series?
Yep.
Hidden no Aria.
Can we buy it?
No, but
I
I
can't
will
watch it.
give it to
No.
all of you guys.
I can't watch it.
No, afraid
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist on the English market. We can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen it already.
You've seen it already.
You told me about it, and I was like,
6.5 hours. So
okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I got 2 episodes in, so let's screw this. Okay. Anybody else got a better challenge?
No.
No.
Really.
No, I
Still
can
not
actually
doing that
challenge all of you guys to read at least one of these manga.
There's your poison.
I dare you to become gay.
Betrayal knows my name.
What I want you to do.
Betrayal knows my name. I watched the entire series. Yes.
And can
It's a
you say-
Libido. I read the first 2 books. Kurizakuro, I got halfway through the first book. Until Full Moon, Not a Hope in Hell. Blue Sheep Reverie, only if I cut this off.
no, and for something different, no. Mostly because I got better things to do with my time.
And for that betrayal as a name, can you say what you liked about it without using the words machine, Segway?
Yes.
Wings.
Penis.
There's none of those.
Oh, see, well, at I'm not interested then.
No, it's not worth it.
No way.
The fact that all of them say...
I got one.
Actually, one of the things I like in that movie was the guy with the fire... I said movie. Series was the guy with the fire and stuff like that. He was all tortured and everything.
Yeah.
The other guy.
I do
Yeah.
have a challenge.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Challenge!
Top 5 B-grade sci-fi movies.
B grade.
Yeah.
Who grades
Well,
them?
yeah, how do you class them as B grade?
The same way you grade them popular, apparently.
Does it have to be something we enjoy?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what. Yeah.
All right.
Does that mean we have to go out and find 5 movies that we all know are bad? And
Okay, that are bad that you enjoy.
do we have?
regardless.
Do they have to have the word mega something in it?
I really don't care. It's just got to be bad sci-fi that
Mega
you
Shark
like.
versus Giant Octopus, Mega Shark versus Megasaurus, Mega versus Megasaurus.
Not now, you idiot.
Sharktopus.
Giga Piranha and Godzilla versus King Kong versus Freddy
I've got
Krueger.
I've got all of them, just all the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't.
But given
there
that
we go.
Piranha's budget, it's probably not B grade.
I think we'll have to take time to figure out another challenge. That was a really good one with the anime and the manga.
Yep. Okay. So everybody, head over onto our forums and give us a challenge, please. We need
Yeah.
a challenge.
And one that won't leave very bitter.
It can be anything geek. You can give us computer games. You can give us. Okay, so we can go for games on computers, consoles, whatever. We can go for board games. We can go for manga, anime, comics, anything geek related. Give us a challenge, and we will.
Attempt to.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Attempt to or will?
We will do it.
Oh god.
To other people if it's violent. Okay, so that's all we have time for this week, which is an hour and 40 minutes, so we're back up to form. Not bad for 3 topics. So that's
Good
it.
thing we don't have any forum questions.
I'd like to say thanks again to everybody that made Free Comic Book Day awesome this past Saturday. And don't forget, if you want to raise a question on the show or give us a challenge, head on over to our forums at cosmiccomics.com.au and leave a message in the comic box section. Go over to our Facebook page, which is Cosmic Comics Australia, and leave a message on there. Or if you're listening to us on YouTube, then just leave a message here. Simple. Okay, nobody wants to raise anything else? No. I want to raise this table! Okay, thanks for listening to us, and we hope you join us next week for another Comic Box. I'm Psycho Scott.
With you, Matt.
Professor A.
Anime.
The Wookiee.
And don't forget, if you're going to the toilet after the Hulk, make sure you're wearing a radiation suit.
Hulk poop!